Welcome, everyone. My name is Nadia Touch, and I help you re-energize your life and body with a transformation of habit change in mindset, nutrition, and fitness. This month of February, we are focusing on true love starts with you. Isn't it true? And today, I'm so privileged to interview my own business coach, Jen Gaudet. Jen is, and I'm going to read so I don't misspell anything. She's a business strategist. She's performance specialist and master transformational coach. Today, we will be talking on becoming the CEO of your business and your life. What a topic, Jen. Thank you so much for your expertise and being here with us.
It is such a pleasure.
Yes. I met you back in February, oh my gosh, pre-COVID time, when I told myself, hey, I've got to change. Something is not right with me in terms of my business structure and the income. And in fact, I actually found you on social media. Why I connected with you? Because you have the same, or close background that I do. You have a physical therapy background, you're a certified health coach, life coach, and even more. And you're a business coach. So tell us your story. What brought you to where you are right now, where you're teaching us how to become a CEO of our businesses and lives?
Right. So that's a fantastic question. And if you had asked me 5 years ago if I would be a business coach, I would have laughed at you. And I really fought it because while I'm good at business and I've been an entrepreneur since 2001, it really isn't what my passion was in my mind. I spent 20 years in sports medicine working with elite athletes. And what happened was along the way, I lost myself. I didn't set boundaries, and my business and my career actually became the boss of me. I almost lost my marriage. I ended up getting a coach and basically learning to set boundaries. And so as you know, Nadia, and for anyone who is out there, I am a boundaries, that is my soapbox. I'm a boundaries expert now because it literally saved my life. I was in chronic pain. I almost lost my marriage. I had all the things and the success, but I didn't have what was most important to me. And so by setting boundaries, reclaiming my time, reclaiming my energy, I really became the CEO of my life. And those are terms that make sense to me. And that's why I pursued the coaching certifications. And I basically ended up where I am today because I am super passionate about helping other entrepreneurs to reclaim their passion, their life, their time, their energy, and then maximizing their profits because we're the backbone of our communities. And when we set boundaries and when we are actually able to thrive and fill our cup to overflowing, our communities and our world get the best of us. And so that's kind of the evolution and how I ended up here. And, you know, I've really just merged the business mind because I do own multiple businesses with the coaching. And it just seems to be 100% all of me. I'm able to bring everything, all the good stuff, all the performance stuff to the table and really just bring that to my clients.
Isn't that interesting? I'm listening to you. It's similar experience of my own journey is how do I reclaim my body and my energy? What tools and techniques do I need to use for myself? And then I'm teaching them as a coach. But if you can share with us, you're saying about reclaiming my energy, reclaiming my time, and using those healthy boundaries. By the way, when I took your course, it was a simple way of looking at my life and saying healthy no by saying healthy yes. So can you give us a little bit tips maybe? What is reclaiming my energy and my time, my mean on daily basis for me as a business owner?
I think that's a fantastic question. So really, when we talk about time management, it's actually energy management. We all have 24 hours. We all have 24 hours. But time management and energy management is about prioritization, and not prioritization as opposed like what everybody else wants, but what is important to us, and saying no to the things that are not in alignment with our priorities, whether it's in our business or our life, and so that we can say yes to what is important. So why don't we? because we have fear of rejection, we have fear of missing out, we have guilt. We've been told if I don't have time, I don't have money. If I don't have money, then somebody else might have an issue, or I can't do the things. I might miss out on this client or this partnership. I might miss out on an opportunity. So those are all just lies we tell to ourselves, because what happens is when we say yes to all of those things, we feel like we're putting everybody else first. We're biting off more than we can chew. We're juggling all the balls, and we really don't have time for what's important to us, to get our lives, our happiness, our bodies, and our health in order. So we might be overwhelmed or resentful. We might have anger, depletion. We feel like we're stuck in a rut, and we ask ourselves, why do I feel this way? Why am I even doing this? I'm basically running and not getting anywhere, right? Because we're so tired. So the simple step, and everybody look this, you're going to write it down because it is so simple.
I'm ready.
How do we start to set the boundaries? We must, number one, know what our priorities are. So everybody on here, grab your pen and just quick jot down what are the top 3 to 5 priorities in your life and in your business. So we have to know our know our priorities in order to set our boundaries. Right. So then we also have to balance our priorities. So if our business is one of our priorities, but also health and our relationships, maybe we're a mom, maybe we're a spouse, maybe we have other roles, or we have things that are important to us. If our business takes all of our time, then we're not balanced with our priorities. So we need to know our priorities first. We need to balance our priorities so that everything is being met. And then we need to learn the art of saying no. And I know, I get it. I am a woman and I come from sports medicine, and yes was the only word we knew. But what I'd like to ask you to do is look at your top priorities, and I'm giving you permission to not look at our faces right now. Go to your calendar, look at your next week, and anything that is not in alignment with your top priorities in business or life, circle it and cancel it. Make a note to yourself as soon as you're done with this conversation, cancel it off of your schedule. And then what to put in that place, something that is in your priorities, or even leave it as white space so that you can take a rest, so that you can take a step back and breathe and refocus and know, what do I need to fill my cup? But make that space non-negotiable, because what's happening is we're putting a lot of things that everybody else wants of us, and that's depleting our cup. But when we take that time back and reclaim that time, and we really learn the art of saying no, we're able to then put what we want. So when you go to say no, I know it's hard, but there's a super simple way to say it from a place of love that actually builds your relationship. So this is another writer downer. Here's the formula. Thank you. Thank you, Nadia, for inviting me to be your coach. Validate. I hear that you're having some struggles in your business and your life right now, that you're not setting priorities. Unfortunately, establish the boundary. I do not have any available times in my schedule until March the 18th. Would that be a time that works for you? I hear that you want something right now. If you can't have that, I have these resources for you. Or here's a referral to someone who can meet with you this week so that you can address your immediate need. Add value. So the formula, thank you, validating the request or invitation, establishing the boundary, press pause if you need to. I get it. When my mom asks me something in person, I'm like, and I have to like put my hand over my mouth so I don't say yes. I'm sorry, Mom, I need to look at my calendar, press pause and get away from that emotional response so that you can establish the boundary, and then always add value. That way they don't feel rejected, and actually they leave with something that's positive and it builds your relationship. And so that's kind of the key to reclaiming both your time and your energy, because when we say yes to us and we fill our cup, then we have energy for what's left over. When we focus on the things that are our priorities, they get done more effectively and efficiently, and we have time left over. So that's kind of the secret sauce.
So clarify for me, I call it like a positive sandwich. When I say no, first of all, I say thank you. Second of all, I validate, I value our time. And third of all, what did you mention at the end?
Yeah, so you establish the boundary, and then you add value. So the positive sandwich is the value add after you set the boundary.
Okay.
Nadia,
type
I
it in
would
the
love to
comments.
go to dinner with you tonight. Thank you so much for the invitation and for thinking of me. Unfortunately, I have other plans. Have you thought about calling Paula? I know you and Paula get along really well, and I think she actually has some time this evening. I've added value, giving you another person if that's what you were looking for.
Yeah. So it's almost like I'm not saying yes. I'm not saying no. I'm saying yes to something else.
I'm saying yes and. I'm saying yes to what's important to me. And I'm giving you value and saying, yes, I hear you. I see you. Thank you for thinking of me. And here's another opportunity.
Wow. It reminds me when I was going in this own journey of mine, building a business and really looking, how do I balance and align building the business, building my personal life, taking care of myself, and the art of saying no. I'm a yes person. It's like that movie, Yes Man, where you say yes to all those offerings and things, and then you become on the back seat of your life instead of sitting on the driver's seat and actually ruling your life. That's what it reminds when you become a CEO of your business, your life, you're really in the driver's seat, isn't it?
Absolutely. And you get to choose. Like, the beautiful thing when you actually learn the art of setting and establishing boundaries, first you need to know your priorities though. When you know your priorities and you establish the boundaries and you balance your priorities, then you fill your cup and you're always saying yes in a way that is in alignment with your core values, with what's important to you, your purpose, mission, vision, your business moves forward. And really, when you have that energy, your business actually explodes, because what you're putting off is positive energy instead of that depletion, that overwhelm, that burnout that you get when you say yes to everything.
So speaking of explosion, you're a business coach. I want my money to explode. How can you optimize my income?
Right. So it starts with setting boundaries, and it's taking your boundaries and knowing your priorities and knowing where you're headed and doubling down on what's making money. So it's not just the people side and the becoming the CEO of yourself. We have to become the CEO of ourselves first. We have to own our time, own our priorities, own our values, own our energy. But then we take that into our business, and the CEO of the business needs to know your numbers. If you don't know your numbers, we help our clients to really dive in and look at their numbers, know your expenses, know where your money's coming in, know who's sending you the money, and know where you're wasting money. Because sometimes we think, oh, my bank account is going up. It's not going up the way I want to. Well, it's because my margin is only 2% and doing more only gives me more work. However, if I did this instead, my margin becomes 10%. Well, you don't even have to have another person on your dockets to take more money out of your business to have a higher profit margin. So it looks like knowing your numbers and then diving into the fundamentals of business, which are the same regardless of your business. Your fundamentals of business are knowing your numbers, looking at your margins, what's coming in, what's going out, and knowing how to optimize that. That's the strategy side. It's also the people side and the relational capital. So becoming the CEO of yourself allows you to take leadership of yourself and to bring that to every conversation. And remember that no formula where you're adding value. Every time we meet with someone, we are very selective. Are they in alignment with my values? Yes. Great. We'll have that meeting. Are you in alignment with my business priorities? Yes. Great. We'll have that meeting. And then in the meeting, set the effective boundary, manage your time, and then build the deep vertical relationship and see how you can work together to expand your ecosystem. Because when Nadia wins and Jen wins, our clients win together.
Wow. I remember when I started visiting your CEO Monday meetings for us as business owners. Every Monday we are together. Numbers, I am making friends with numbers, but numbers are my best friend right now. I would hear the statistics from you. Here's what needs to be on your webpage. Here's your conversion rate. Here's those numbers in, numbers out. It creates that the same being on the driver's seat of my business. Don't know your numbers, you ain't owning the business.
It's true, because if you don't have an awareness, and unfortunately, 98% of small businesses fail in the first 5 years. Why? Because they don't know their numbers.
Yeah.
And if you don't know your number, what gets measured gets managed, right? And if you know your numbers, then you can look at it and you can say, oh, here's my next opportunity for growth. And this is how I can serve my population better. And you know me, and I know you're the same, Nadia. We are here to have a maximum impact in the lives of our clients, our communities, and our world. And because Because that is the primary focus, we must know our numbers so that we can continue to maximize our impact, which ultimately leads to more money. Right. And with more money, it's a magnifier and we can do more good in our world. So.
Okay, Jen, so how can we find you? It's a funny question because I see your website right there on your background. And I know you have a really important program coming up in March. Can you give us a sneak peek a little bit?
Oh, yes, I absolutely can. So let me see, where is it? On that side, Become the CEO of Your Business and Your Life is launching in March, and March 8th through the 12th, we have 5 free workshops. And all you have to do is go to my website, you scroll a little bit and you'll see the free web workshops. Go ahead and register because we're literally coming and giving you step-by-step tools to dial in your physiology, moving your body, sleep, setting yourself for success as a human being, your psychology, mindset, overcoming fears, moving through the FOMO. And then we go into productivity, time and energy management, which we kind of touched on today. We go into self-leadership, and then we're going to go into the strategy side. So what is a business? What do I need to know in business, and how do I need to do that? And so those workshops are free. And ultimately, we're launching a program that is going to offer either group coaching, group plus one-on-one coaching moving forward. And we're really excited about it because it's our way to maximize our impact. We've just kind of taken all of the good stuff from all of the programs that we've had, and we've meshed it into one so we can truly just like I was telling you in my story, I feel like I'm able to do all the things and take everything to the table. This is the program that allows us to scale that and do that on a grander scale. So we're super excited about it.
Yeah. And I often get this question, will it work? And sometimes my answer is no, if you're not willing to put the work in. It's up to me as a business owner to do the work, and with the right guidance, it will work.
Absolutely. And you know, with coaching, and then you see this, Nadia, with coaching, we can lead a horse to water, but we can't make them drink. But the coaching is about being there, and you're on our arm, and we walk with you every step of the way. So we have your support and your accountability, but you actually do have to show up and do the work. So just putting the money down into an investment, just like with your marketing, you can pay a lot of money in marketing and yield nothing. Yeah. If you don't have the right message and you don't put in the work to know what your client wants and needs and solve their problem. Otherwise, you're just wasting money because you're not going to attract your ideal client. The same works with coaching. If you're going to put the time and the effort in, a coach collapses the time so that you can actually see your results much quicker.
Yeah. Shrink the time, indeed. All right, Jen. So I made my notes here. You start by becoming a CEO of yourself first, with energy, with time, setting a healthy boundaries. Then you become a really CEO of your business because you're already CEO of self. Know your numbers, know your expenses, and be the leadership in the leadership of self, and therefore it's your health, it's your life, it's your business. Did I summarize it well?
I think that's fantastic, girl. You've got it. And really and truly being the CEO means taking control so that your business doesn't take control of you. Take control of your life so your life doesn't take control of you. And you know that so well because of your area of expertise.
Yeah. So I want to leave us all with that visual from Jen. Be in the driver's seat of your life and your business and your health. Thank you so much, Jen, for joining us and sharing your expertise. And folks, this is actually the last interview for us for True Love, starting with you, February series. And please remember, when you energize your body, you energize your life, and you energize your business.
I love it. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Jen.